You know, Jake, back in Chicago, I never thought I'd be punching cattle, mostly belonging to other guys.
Yeah, using trucks for rustling's the latest thing. Come on, let's get going before them bloodhounds wake up.
All right, boys. There's enough at the end of the herd for a truckload. Get going. They've seen us. Truck rustlers! Looks like we'll have to do some shooting. You guys beat it. We'll take care of them. There they come.
I'll let them have it.
No, I'll go right through them.
Yellow-bellied coyotes, city sewer gangsters. They ain't got the decency to fight like men, hiding in them trucks instead of coming out in the open.
Anybody hurt?
Yes, Joan, us. They got us right in the pocketbook. $800 worth of livestock.
And if you boys get a look at them?
This here new hand was closest to him, but he didn't signal quick enough, I reckon, Miss Joan. For some queer reason of his own.
You gotta be twice your size to make a crack like that and get away with it.
Take it easy, boys.
Save it, fellas, for them cattle crooks. We never had anything like this when Lightning Carson rode the range.
It's too bad he's in El Vista. Perhaps he could figure out a way.
He could always figure out a way. He could think, ride, and shoot straighter than any 10 ordinary glutes I ever saw.
There must be some reason they call him Lightning.
Ha, you bet. Once when some rustlers held him, why, they started torching him with branding iron. He tricked him, though, into thinking he was surrounded, and he escaped.
Don't you think it'd be a good idea to telephone the sheriff?
You're nothing but a common cowhand. Why don't you keep your place and mind your own business?
That's the right smart idea, young fella. Why are you picking on him, Foreman?
He's been acting too smart lately. I'd have fired him before if we wasn't short-handed.
Now, boys, try and get together. Hightail it back to the ranch and phone Sheriff Burton to keep an eye out for that truck.
Magpie, we've lost almost half our stock. If this keeps up, we're going to be out of business. Maybe Carson could come down here and help us out.
Oh, I don't know. He's making pretty big money in the packing business.
I thought money didn't mean anything to him.
Oh, it don't.
Then perhaps he'd come just for the sport. You know, like fishing or hunting.
Or hunting rustlers. I don't know, though. If he would come down here, it'd be because we were such good buddies.
Then why don't you do something about it?
All right, I will.
The undersigned, William Carson, Packers Incorporated, agreed to deliver 500 head of cattle every month for the specified period, the total sum of $70,500. Now, Mr. Carson was awarded the contract last year. The price was fair, deliveries on time, the entire transaction very satisfactory.
But it's a different matter this year. You haven't read my bid yet.
Oh, yes, I have, but I don't see how it's possible for you to do it at that figure.
The bid stands, and I'll fulfill the contract.
All right, Mr. Blackton. The Blackton Packing Company agreed to deliver 500 head of cattle every month for the specified period, for the total sum of $59,100. I accept that bid, Mr. Blackton, but you must realize that the government has a right to forfeit your bond if you don't deliver on time.
Don't worry. I'll deliver.
All right, thank you, gentlemen.
Well, I don't think we can do it. If I can, that's This is too cheap.
Well, good luck to you with your contract, Mr. Blackton.
Thanks, Carson. I hope you remember this is one time I outsmarted you.
You want to be careful you haven't outsmarted yourself. You know as well as I do, no man can fill that contract at that figure, honestly. Arrest that man for destroying government property.
That truck comes along here, I'll show them that they can't get by with any kind of rustling. Here comes a cattle truck now that answers the description.
Looks like we're going to be stopped by the sheriff. I'll do the talking. All right, you guys, step out. What's all the shooting for, Sheriff?
Cattle rustlers. Keep an eye on them. I'm going to take a look around.
What do you expect to find back there?
The S1 brand, and don't try no funny business.
Marked 87.
All marked 87. Who did you say them cattle belong to?
I didn't say.
Oh, a smart aleck, huh? Well, I'll give you just 30 seconds to tell me.
Okay, Chief. Mr. Thurston of the 87 Ranch. You got it marked there. Why ask me?
Mr. Thurston, huh? You know, an S1 could easily be changed into an 87. Just to make sure, I'll phone him. Keep your eye on that guy. You come with me. Hello, get me Thurston in Healy County. It's easy to change an S1 to an 87.
Which one's you, Sheriff?
One on the right. The other one's Pete Black. Skipped the country 20 years ago, but the law always catches up with him.
Yeah, Always.
Oh, hello, Thurston. It's Sheriff Burton.
Yes? Yes, I shipped 20 head to El Vista this morning. To the Blackton Packing Company. Oh, I've always found the livestock transportation company to be very reliable. What's the matter? Did you catch them speeding? My brand is 87. Oh, no trouble at all. And I certainly want to commend you for watching out for my interests. I'll tell the governor the next time I see him. Thank you. I guess these country cops don't know much about rackets yet.
All you've been saying for hours is no. I've seen a time when anybody mentioned rustlers to you, why, you'd make a flying jump for your horse.
There was a time, but times have changed. It's a different game now. Fellas rustling cattle in trucks, charging at 60 miles an hour down the highways, machine guns, racketeers in the big city running the game. Yes, times certainly have changed. You know, there's sometimes I think that maybe there's still a way for one man to break up a ring like that.
Well, what's that you say?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking. But the answer is still no.
But what will the association think of me if you don't come back?
So it's only your pride you're worried about, is it?
Oh, lightning. You can't let your friends down while all them ranchers are getting rustled poor. Now take Miss Joan. That's my partner. If we lose any more beef, why, we'll have to close shop.
Now, you know, Magpie, that you can call on me anytime you need anything.
Lightning, after the pals that we've been, if you don't come back with me, I never want to see you again.
Tell you, Magpie.
Yes? Yes? What is it?
I'll think it over.
All right.
You stand to make plenty on this new government contract, Chief.
Yes, if you keep coming through with quality beef. But I'd lose plenty if I had to meet the market prices on that contract.
Say, do you think these ranchers will get this Lightning Bill Carson to help them?
Well, I know that someone has been here trying to get him to go, but I don't think he will. I have an idea that Carson is finished chasing rustlers. At least, I hope he is.
Yeah. But if he does, they'll organize solidly against us, because then they'll have a leader. Then what are you going to do?
Well, why worry? He isn't there yet.
When will I see you in Healing?
I'd rather not come. That is, if I can avoid it.
All right, I'll get in touch with you.
All right.
I'm going to the dance Saturday night at the Willows, Miss Joan. Sure would be pleased if you'd go with me.
Well, thanks, Mr. Thurston, but I've already promised to go with Bob. I mean, Mr. Swain. Oh, here he is now. I asked him to fetch my new dress from Mrs. McFarland's.
Here you are, miss. Mrs. Mack says she'll finish the other dress as soon as the baby gets over the colic.
Excuse me, please. I've got to see your foreman about a horse.
How do you like it?
Well, I think it's very pretty.
Hey, James. Who's this fellow Swain? One of the boys caught him checking over our place this morning. Said he didn't know he was over the line.
New man, keeps to himself. I don't like it.
Well, why don't you fire him?
Can't. Miss Jones, sweet on it.
Well, so I notice. Come on with me. Maybe we can make her change her mind about him.
Don't you think it's pretty?
It's fine, but I don't think it's half pretty enough for the most beautiful girl in the county.
Buenos días, señorita. Señor. Senor, my name is Don Miguel Guillermo Pablo Castrano de Villejo.
We'll just call you McGill. What do you want?
Oh, well, I'm thinking you are the patron from this rancho, and maybe so there is a job of work what I could be doing, no?
Well, you'll have to see the foreman. That's him coming up here now. He does all the hiring around here.
Ah, you are Mr. the foreman.
Hello,
that's right.
Magpie. I'm glad you're here. How much do you know about this new man of yours?
Why, not much, really, but he's a good boy, and we like him.
Yeah, well, your foreman here tells me he let a rustler's truck get away. And this morning, after we missed some cattle, we found him prowling on my property.
Why, you...
Just a minute. Here, what's the matter? You're losing from the hip. You can't hit a man when he's down on the ground like that. Be Americano.
Let's get together, boys. It wasn't anybody's fault that we were rustled. Go on, Bob, and forget it.
Well, it looks like I am Johnny on the place, huh?
What do you mean?
Well, you fire this fellow, and I'm the man who gets his job.
Well, we might be able to use you at that. You know, the boys want somebody to entertain them in their spare time. Can you sing?
Oh, well, of course, I'm the good singer, but if it's like the coyote, when I am singing, you will scare everybody in the country.
Well, do you dance?
Oh, well, that is different. Of course, I'm a very graceful dancer, but I must have my own music.
Oh, we'll fix that. Come on, boys. Let's give them some music. All right, boys. Get out your instruments and give them a little music. Play.
You know, there is still one shot left in these pistola. And it makes no never minds to me who gets him. Now walk over and stand in the one line, please. Now, is that a nice way for treating a fellow what comes over to make friends with you? What do? You give to him the cross doubles, huh? Well, maybe so. I will come here and dance for you again one day, huh? But you gotta have better music. Well, adios, amigos. I'll be looking at you, senorita.
Get out of here. Come on, Jake.
Muy bien. Oh, thank you very much for moving my car for me. I'll take this gun. How you like to walk, eh? You like to walk very much because I am taking your truck. Now you start to walk. Pronto.
This is one load that Mexican won't get.
Don't be too sure about that. Keep your eyes peeled. He's liable to drop out any place.
Lefty, I'd like to meet that guy again.
Stop this truck. Get out on the ground. Come on. Vamos. Now you can take off the boots.
What?
Take the boots off from the feet. Come on. It's so hard for walking in high heels, I'm afraid. Now put those boots in the cab from the car. In the cab from the car, I tell you. Well, that is better. Now you will begin walking toward the town. It's only about 20 miles, and you're going to find it's all right without the high heels and the boots. You walk much better without the high heels, I'm telling you.
There's a pretty senorita, and I'm dying just to greet her. Must admit she stole this heart of mine. Though she acted shy and wary when we met upon the prairie, that sweet gal across the boundary line. I'm not very strong on tangos or those Mexican fandangos. Castanets have never been my line. But I'd go for all these numbers, even dance 1,000 rumbas with that gal across the boundary line. Just one ambition, and for that I'm always wishing. Something in her eyes gave me the sign. I'll soon be riding toward her just below that southern border, to that gal across the boundary line. And so when at last I greet her to this pretty senorita, I'll speak up and say, will you be mine? And if she takes my suggestion and she says yes to my question, I'll take her across the boundary line.
I wonder if that Mexican hijacker got Lefty and Jake again.
He did.
Now, don't tell me you've been hijacked again.
Yeah, by the same Mexican.
Fine bunch of rustlers. You can't even pull a job with high-powered trucks. One